Alright guys, lucky last game, and it's Circle again. Khador against Circle, but this time it's pKreuger, and I'm really intrigued by this matchup because it's actually quite an even matchup, given the fact that anything in the eButcher list can totally destroy all of the Circle stuff. But pKreuger has, all of the best stuff for destroying infantry. He's the best anti-circle caster that Circle has, anti-infantry caster rather, that Circle has. Possibly one of the best, if not the best, anti-infantry caster in the game. So I'm expecting to lose a lot of Dome Reavers in these first 3 turns, but the saving grace is just a simple close quarter scenario, so I can quite easily go to 3 control points just by having Butcher in there and wiping it out. But the key is going to be getting to those 2 Warp Wolves and getting rid of them, or even getting rid of the Gorax, because if I can do that, then those beasts will have so much trouble actually killing Butcher. So I'm feeling optimistic about the game, but obviously can't let my guard down because pKreuger does have the means at his disposal to completely wipe me out. Next image, here's his deployment, basically sending the druids forward and just keeping the beasts ready to go through. Stalker into the forest is a good idea as well, and just the one Geomancer in the form of the Woldwarden, but even that guy is going to be enough to chain lightning me every turn, so it's going to be quite interesting. Next image, I have the first turn here and just rushing forward as far as I can, spreading out as much as possible, which does mean me keeping quite a lot of guys back. I can't afford to clump together because his feet will just ruin me, and unfortunately there's a little pool to the left-hand side of the battlefield which stops me from sweeping around into that flank and then a forest. So, as usual, terrain bottlenecking. I think it's one of the hidden weaknesses of the eButcher list, is that when you're playing on a table with a fair amount of terrain, then you guys just get jammed up by it quite often. Next image, the druids move up, this druid moving up and passing his command check, but this means that Kreuger is able to actually fire a chain lightning into his back, and he's immune to electricity thanks to the UA, causing, I think, 5 electroleaps, which was horrendous, killing a whole bunch of Doom Reavers, and of course me failing most of my tough checks because I've been shocking at that for the whole tournament. Next image, everybody else just moving up, shifting stones moving up a bit to prepare teleportation on the Warp Wolves, and he's moving up with his Warden as well very shortly. So going to the next image, this is the sort of the situation as it ends up. I lose a whole lot more Doom Reavers, but the second wave then moves up to engage him in this position, already charging in a couple of guys and actually doing a little bit of damage to the Stalker, killing one of his shifting stones so he can't get the double teleportation going. Druid's still passing the command checks, but again, it's going to be another round of feet and double chain lightning attacks, wearing my guys down. So we'll see what happens shortly. Next image, I did allow him the opportunity to teleport the feral, and I was hoping to tempt into doing this because when I'm playing Circle, for me it's such a huge temptation to throw away one of my heavies to swap with one of his heavies, because I can, because I've got Primal there, I've got the stones ready for the teleport. But I've actually managed to trick him into making a mistake here, because when he swaps his feral for one of my jacks, he's swapping a 9-point Warbeast for a 7-point Warjack, which doesn't really fulfill a huge role in the Butcher list. Which means that Butcher himself can actually run up and kill the Warp Wolf, and the Juggernaut can help him if he wants, but it means that that's one less way of him actually winning the end game, which is what it's going to come down to. So unless he keeps the Stalker alive from now on, he's not really going to be able to crack Butcher's armor later in the game if I start camping what focus I can keep. Next image, Butcher indeed moves up and kills the feral. I don't believe he wiped the feral out on his own, but somebody else did help him. He did pop the feet, so I'm going in with what models I can to kill a few druids and actually get some rage tokens to get this thing really happening. He has popped his feet, and in the background there you can see a few 3-inch AoEs actually killing multiple Doom Reavers in that little episode there. Next image, Fenris also moves around, and I kind of waste the feed turn a little bit here by not actually getting where I wanted to. I barely killed many models at all. He doesn't have that many infantry in his army to begin with, so although I'm wearing down the Woldwarden, I've got a couple of solid hits on the Stalker, reducing him to just several boxes left. I haven't quite managed to clear the zone yet, and after the last feat was rolled, I believe that I actually might have killed the druids, but you need to have your Warlock or Warcast in the control zone to get a point, and my opponent pointed that out, and didn't realise it till now. They've actually changed close quarters between Steamroller 2011 and 2012, I think, where your caster actually has to be in one of the zones. Not too sure whether it used to be like that, but I didn't really know either way. So next image, some interesting stuff going on here. He's moving up and killing most of the Doom Reavers using his Gorax, Woldwarden, druids even picking off one of them, and the Stalker obviously berserking around and killing some more. So at this point I've only got about half a dozen of them left, but importantly Fenris and Butcher himself are still there, so I should be able to continue the game. So next turn, my retaliation, the Jack moves in, clobbers the Gorax, really nice move there. Fenris moving up to help, and the Doom Reavers clearing the zone, and back in the top right I've got 3 more Doom Reavers attacking his Stalker, reducing him to near death there. He did heal himself up a fair bit, but one of my attacks got through and punished him. So this meant that if you go to the next photo, the zone is completely clear. He's lost all but one of his druids, and he's only got 2 war beasts left, and I've got my Jack and Fenris. The Woldwarden is also severely damaged at the stage as well. So next photo again, I decided rather than putting Butcher in danger of an assassination via the Wotwall Stalker, I decided to run him over to my control zone just to wait for basically the attrition war to die down a bit. He'd eventually lose one of his beasts, and if it came down to just one Stalker against Butcher, I could just wait, because I've got a control point at this stage. In fact, I'm up to 2 control points now after the second turn, and Butcher with the dog should be no problem. What he could do is, of course, tornado me and then attack with the Stalker, but if I camp as much fury focus as I can, I might be able to survive it. Next image, the Stalker, what it does here, Kruger actually uses lightning to clear out the Doom Reavers engaging the Stalker, moves the stone out of the way, and then charges the Juggernaut with his Stalker, and with the help of the Woldwarden, he destroys the Juggernaut, and Fenris is taken out as well, I think with some boosted lightning leaps, or it might have been the Stalker as well. I can't quite remember, but what I do remember is he was left with 2 beasts with a few boxes left, and he took out my last heavy. But in the following turn, with just 1 or 2 Doom Reavers left, I managed to kill both War Beasts, because, you know, the Doom Reavers after all, and he's only got a couple of hit boxes left. And this is the scenario here. Butcher's just waiting around with his dog, and Kruger's there to retaliate onto 2 more infantry. Next photo, with Butcher, I just wait, because I think I rolled 1 focus, so I just hung back in the zone, and you know, Kruger was just left killing the remainders of my guys. But in the following turn after that, I rolled 7 for the focus. So what I did is I ran to his zone. That meant that he can't leave his zone, otherwise I'll win the game. And really, we talked about the options, and there was only one thing he could even try, and that was to tornado Butcher into the dog, which he did, but he rolled a 1 for the distance, so it didn't even knock the dog down. And in the turn after that, I basically just stood Butcher back up again, charged Kruger, and wiped him out. And funnily enough, dice down was called like 5 seconds after I rolled the cutting his head off dice roll. But even if it had been rolled before that, I still would have won with the 2 control points. But getting 3 control points rocketed me to the top of the tables. But the thing is, the 7th round playoffs are between 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I was playing off, you know, between 7th and 8th. So technically my result is 7th, even though the guys that ranked 5th and 6th had less points than me. So were this conventionally run tournament, I think there was some hiccups with this computer, I don't really know. I was going to come 5th, came 7th. Doesn't really matter to me at the end of the day. I missed out in my first place by dropping a couple of dumb games. But, you know, having said that, had I won those games, I may well have dropped the games elsewhere to opponents that knew how to assassinate eButcher, or just had a really good answer to my lists. So it was a fun tournament. Try something new with Khador. I don't think I'll be going back to this list or to Khador anytime soon. Next tournament is Equinox coming up in March, so I'll be probably playing Protector of Menoth for that one. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoyed the reports as normal. This is Vol. Catch you next time.